to have our guest this afternoon on the show join us for Kababayan LA because they say, at one point, even the President of the Philippines parang admitted that she was one of the most influential Filipinas in the country. At one point, they say, she was the one running the Philippines. Totoo ba yun? Ms. Vicky Garchitorena, President of the Ayala Foundation. Hello and welcome to Kababayan LA.
Thank you very much, Janelle. I'm really excited to be here with you for this show.
Comment on that naman. At one point, you were the one running the Philippines?
Hindi naman, sobra naman yun. No, the reason President Arroyo said that at that time, because I was doing three things. I was the head of the presidential management staff, which prepared a lot of stuff for the president, the cabinet to the secretary. So I was also part of setting the agenda for every cabinet meeting, and I was the chairman of the search committee, which was actually making the very important recommendations to the president for people to be appointed to positions, all the way from cabinet secretaries down to regional directors.
But in the Philippines, you're really more known as one of the pillars of Philippine nonprofit industry or nonprofit organization sector. You were the founding chair of the League of Corporate Foundations, Philippine Council for NGO Certification. Napakaraming mga nonprofit organizations, nonprofit work, but now you have been connected with Ayala Foundation for how many years now?
Oh, 21 years. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's that long, but it's been a wonderful ride.
Yes, and Ayala Foundation has really grown over the years. Tell us a little bit about it for those who are not quite familiar.
Well, there are two. Ayala Foundation in the Philippines is a corporate foundation. It's celebrating its 50th anniversary next year. So it's supported primarily by the Ayala group of companies, but we leverage what they give us in terms of resources and invite the World Bank, the Asian Development Bank, other companies who don't have foundations in the Philippines, or even other foundations around the world who partner with us. And so because of that pooling of resources, we're able to generate about 300 million pesos in program funds every year.
Yearly? Oh, okay, annually.
But 10 years ago, we decided to establish the Ayala Foundation here in the United States, Ayala Foundation USA, as what is called a diaspora philanthropy foundation. So it's a public charity, 501c3, but it really encourages Filipino Americans to not to forget their roots,
right.
Na yung maka-Pilipino pa rin sana sila, at sana maalala nila yung ating mga kababayan sa Pilipinas na hikahos, kailangan ng tulong, at alam nyo naman kulang at kulang ang pera sa Pilipinas, whether it's government, private sector, non-profit. And so for 10 years we've been really so deeply humbled by the generosity of the Filipino Americans.
I observe though that some people are hesitant to give. Do you get that? Na parang they feel kasi na, it's Ayala Foundation and Ayala is so known as a successful corporation in the Philippines. They feel that you already have the money, you already have the resources, you have the connections. We, mga simpleng mamamayan, you don't need our help.
Ay naku, ang Pilipinas napakaraming problema, napakalawak, napakalalim ng ating mga problema. Kahit na ibuhos mo na nga yung trilyones na budget ng gobyerno natin, kulang at kulang, no? And so ang role namin dito is really to facilitate the generous impulse of Filipino Americans here. Kahit na $5 lang gusto nila ibigay o $10 nila gusto o kaya nila ibigay, na bigyan sila ng tax deduction dito sa US, na siguraduhin na yung pera nila pupunta sa tamang non-profit doon, kung anong, at ang maganda dito sa Ayala Foundation USA, we're like a bridge of hope, ang tawag namin, a bridge of hope across the seas. So kung ano yung kanilang gustong tulungan na charity, kung kanilang parish, yung kanilang paaralan, na pinag-aaralan nila, hindi aming mga proyekto ng Ayala. Proyekto na gusto nilang tulungan sa kanilang bayan-bayan.
So you can also bridge them.
Yes.
But what is good is also you have your own projects, and I noticed that your projects center mostly on education, which is what we really need in the Philippines. Let's talk about Gilas.
Exactly, sinabi mo, Janelle, no? Education is really critical to empower people. If you have more years in school, you have a better chance, no? At at success. GILAS is a very ambitious project to put computer labs with internet access in all 6,500 of our public high schools across all our 7,000 islands from Batanes to Jolo.
Wow.
And
that's ambitious.
It's very ambitious.
Where are we right now? Are you giving yourselves a timeline, a deadline for this?
Well, initially we thought we could do it in 5 years. Alam mo naman, mga ambitious tayong lahat. Ano? Pero what we've been able to do is we've now connected more than 2,600 of our public high schools. When we started kasi, 4,500 pa lang yung ating public high schools.
Oh.
Taon-taon nagdadagdag na mga 300, 400 high schools. So it's a moving target.
Pero alam mo, yung mga public schools daw sa Philippines, may mga schools under the shade of a tree. We'll talk a little bit more about that because it's not just GILAS, meron pa yung tinatawag na Centex. We'll talk about that when we return. Please stay tuned so you know how we can help our kababayans in the Philippines. Don't go away.